Hey guys, it's your favorite real estate agent, Walter Davis, and I'm glad that you're here today. Here we are at the start of 2021 as we begin to look at this year, and as I like to always say, pre-COVID, because right now we're still in the middle of it, but pre-COVID, there were many people out there that were considering buying a home or selling a home. It was the hottest market. Houston was one of the hottest markets in the United States. And they've maintained or continued to be one of the hottest markets in the United States, even during this COVID time. So my question to you, for many of you out there, is, what is it that's going to make you or allow you to take that next step? There's been so many confirmed information pieces out there, is the best way I can say it, of people that are saying this is the way to go and that is the way to go, and many of you might even think that I'm part of that. Well, I'm one of those new agents out here that's talking about do this or do that, and my word is bond. But this is what I would say to each and every one of you out there that are thinking about buying a home. You can buy a home in Houston. Now, is there some things that might need to be done? Because there's a variety of different situations out there. People have challenged credit, and I like to call it like I call it, right? Is some people have bad credit. And you got to understand that having bad credit is not a determiner that stops you from ever buying a home. It just means right now you can't buy a home. But the key to buying a home, I think, if you have bad credit or challenged credit, is that you need to start to create a game plan, work with people and resources that are going to help provide you and educate you with more resources and show you that based off of how you live, you can change your credit situation, your financial situation. And I'd say a little bit further, I want to take another step further and say, you're obviously living on bad credit, okay? Let's call it like it is. You're literally living on bad credit. You've had some mistakes that happened, life happened, for whatever the reason is, why your credit is in the situation that it is. At the end of the day, when you think about it today, you still function. You pay rent to somebody that you're paying $12, $13, $14, and sometimes higher than $1,500 a month. You still pay your electric bill, you still pay your water bill, you still buy cars. You do all these things that you still do with bad credit. The only difference is that the bank gets to charge you 20%, 18%, 30%. Charge you these outrageous numbers to allow you to use their money. And you're accepting it because you continue to, and some of y'all aren't gonna like me in this video because I'm just calling it like it is you continue to allow the problem to go on. And what I'm saying to you is there's a solution. There's a way to get out of that. But you're going to have to make some discipline. You're going to have to make some sacrifices in order to get there. Like, I'll give you a great example. I had a client. Why is it okay to pay $500, $600, $700 a month on a car, but you don't own a home? That doesn't make any sense. And when you look at the logic behind that, it truly does not make sense. So what my job is and what my team's job is we're going to work with you to try and help you flip that around. Because you can't live in your car. Well, you can, but I don't know if it's big enough for anybody. But you can live in a house. And the difference between a house and a car is a car depreciates. That means you lose money every single day that the car is being driven, every single day that you have to put a repair on it, you're losing money. A house, which is an asset, appreciates. So as each year goes on, you gain money along with lowering down the principal, which is gaining money too. So you're winning twice by owning a house versus owning a great car, let's say, for $600 a month. Now let's think about how much of that money you're throwing away. Because if you're paying $600 a month, that means you're literally paying $7,200 basically every single year on that car that's losing money. And let's say hypothetically you have a rent payment of $1,200. Let's keep it low. That means you're paying someone else's mortgage. You're paying $14,000, $15,000 on their mortgage so that they get all the benefits. In the meantime, you get to live in their house, and when they choose that they no longer want a renter in their house and that they want to sell, they can, and you don't have any options but to go find another rental. So instead of doing that, let's work on what we need to do financially. Let's put some habits in place. Let's put some structures in place. And let's see what we need to do in order to fix or repair your credit. But more importantly, set up the structures so that over time, you don't get back into the same position. Because as I said in the beginning of this video, you're already doing it. The only difference is you're doing it with bad credit. So you don't get to you. Think about this for a moment. What if you got the same car and instead of paying 17% interest or 20% interest on that car where your car note is $500-600, what if you were paying 3.9% interest on that same car? Do you get what I'm saying? These are the differences between having good credit, having solid credit, and having bad credit or challenge credit. And what I'm saying is no matter whatever your situation was, no matter where you started, things happen, life happens. But if you are in a position and you're tired of paying someone else's rent, someone else's mortgage, more importantly, and they get all the benefits. If you're tired of having to move with your kids and your dog and having to choose from whatever houses are available at the time that you need to rent, then you need to call me. You need to call me and my team and let's talk about it. Look, there's no obligation. You don't ever have to buy a house, okay? We might come to a conclusion that, you just don't want to buy one. You're not in that place right now. And that's okay. But wouldn't you like to know where you are? Wouldn't you like to know that it's an easier process than you really think it is? That it's not what it used to be in regards to I have to put 20% down and I have to have an 800 FICO score and I have to make $1 million. You don't have to do that. There's so many programs that are available to you, but we got to get you to the point where you can qualify. And in order to do that, we got to have you financially stable, have you at a work history stable, and most importantly, have your credit at a point where you could qualify for these programs and take advantage of them. Last thing I'm going to leave you with today is, interest rates right now are at an all-time low. When I bought my house back in 2005, a good interest rate was 7%, 6.5, okay? We're seeing interest rates. I just put a client in a home with an interest rate of 2.75. Now in order to give you some weight on the differences between how good that really is, because I think we've seen low interest rates for such a long time now that we've gotten used to these interest rates being this low. But let me put perspective on it. In 1981, early 80s, when they were buying homes, the interest rate was 18.5 or higher. 18%. Now granted, housing prices were lower, but that's still 18% in interest. So on $100,000, you're paying 18% interest. On $200,000, you're paying 18% interest. Now put in perspective what the most recent interest rates are. The most recent interest rates are as low as 2.5. So you're going from 18% to 2.5% in interest rate. Why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that and buy a home that you can invest in your family every single year? You can get the deductions. You can do all the things that homeowners do with their home. You can be more stable and structured. You can feel good, that home ownership, pride of owning your own property. If you want to paint the room purple, you can, or fuchsia, or whatever color that is that you like. You can do that because it's your house and you don't have to worry about it. If you want to get 2 dogs, you can. These are some of the things and benefits that come with home ownership. You can't always do that in a rental. So I'll leave you with this. As you know, we're still in the middle of a pandemic, and I want you guys to stay out there, stay safe. We have programs, we have processes that will allow us to still work with you and keep you safe. If you're fearful of the pandemic, if you're fearful of the virus and getting sick, we can do a lot of things with technology right now that can assist us in giving you the best customer service that you deserve. But most importantly is you got to make a decision. You have to make the choice. And when you make that choice that you want to find out more information, again, you might not be ready or want to buy right now. But when you make that decision that you're saying, man, I really would love to buy a house instead of renting, that's when you want to call us, so that we can help you as seasoned individuals and professionals in guiding you through this process, getting you to understand the ins and outs of credit, the ins and outs of financial stability, and the ins and outs of buying a home. Because that's what we love to do. It's not about if you can buy a house, it's about when. And we're going to help guide you there. We're basically going to bring you home and get you your keys. So if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me or my team. My name is Walter Davis again. You can reach me at 832-257-9083. I'd love to discuss the ins and outs of the market, what's going on in your particular situation, and just talk about what's the next steps. I look forward to talking to you then, and I look forward to seeing you with your brand new set of keys. I'll see you next time. Thanks now. Bye-bye.